The Big D, 214, Pegasus City. This is Dallas, Texas, and this is I Travel for Coffee. My name is Mike, and I'm on a mission to find the best coffee that this world has to offer. From coffee roasters to coffee shops and everything in between, this is I Travel for Coffee. Hello everybody and welcome back to the United States. After a few videos in Japan, we are back in the USA and we went big. There's only one place big enough to go when you come back to America, and that's Texas. We are in Dallas today and we are going to check out 4 different coffee shops all throughout the city, and I'm going to take you with me. All right, so maybe you just arrived at the Dallas-Fort Worth airport and you need to make your way downtown. Well, the best way to do that is to hop on the DART, which is Dallas's transportation system, and you're going to want to get on the orange line. And lucky for you, that is the only line that comes into the Dallas-Fort Worth airport, and that will take you directly downtown. I highly recommend that you download the Go Pass onto your phone or whatever you're using. Get the app and then prepay. It's $6. You can go all day with just $6, and pretty self-explanatory. You'll see little scanners such as this little fella right here, and all you do is you put your little phone against it and go. Now, if that doesn't work for you, you can also pay cash, get yourself a ticket, and still get downtown for the same price. Let's go check out the coffee scene here in Dallas. So from the orange line to the red line, and then getting off at the Cedars stop, this is going to get you close to our first Dallas coffee location in the Cedars neighborhood. I will tell you, Dallas is not a walkable city. You have to pretty much take public transport. There's going to be a lot of Ubering if you're on foot. It just isn't a walkable city. Now, there are areas that are perfectly fine to walk around, but when you're trying to cover a lot of ground like we are today, it gets a little bit difficult. So from Cedar Station, gonna hop in an Uber, and we are going to take you to Dallas coffee location number 1. All right, so one thing that is going to change starting today here in Dallas is we are no longer going to be rating each coffee shop. My goal has never been to do that, but to bring you 4 different locations that you should check out in cities all over the world. Coffee is unique to each person, and your taste is not the same as my taste. Therefore, I want to open up those doors and allow you to explore that, and we will start doing that today. Now, I will, however, let you know which coffee shop I like the most in each city at the end of the video. With that said, let's move on to the first coffee shop here in Dallas. Let's go. Okay, so right behind me is City Rooster in the Cedars neighborhood here in Dallas, Texas. This is a little bit off the beaten path, but their coffee is supposed to be spectacular. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna check it out, and we're gonna see what kind of roasts are going on in there. Let's go check out City Rooster. City Rooster here in Dallas, one of 4 coffee recommendations from I Travel for Coffee. This is a really cool place. It's super cool inside, as you saw. They have awesome staff. They got some baked goods. They're pulling shots. They're doing all the things that you want whenever you're in a coffee shop. And the vibe in there is really, really cool. I went with an Americano today because I want to taste the espresso. That was the recommendation, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give it that first sip. First sip of Dallas, here we go. All right, so right off the bat, you get that pop of flavor in this espresso. That is a really, really tasty espresso. And they have some creative menu items in there that you should definitely check out. This is a really good cup of coffee. If you are anywhere in the Dallas area, hit up Full City Rooster. It's well worth your time. Cheers. So if you're somebody who likes a fruit-forward espresso, Full City Rooster is probably what you are looking for. They are bringing out the flavor in the espresso right away. So this is not your big chain, dark Italian roasting espresso. This is a nice flavor-forward espresso that brings out the notes in the fruit and the taste. If you're anywhere in Dallas, hop an Uber, take the Red Line, get off Cedar, come check out Full City Rooster. Highly, highly recommend. Let's go on to the next one. So about 20 minutes north of Full City Rooster is the Dallas Farmers Market. This is comprised of 2 different buildings. You have the shed that sells a lot of produce and a lot of local vegetables, and then you have the actual indoor farmers market with more restaurants, more shops, more things like that, and that's where we are right now. You're not far from downtown at this point, so this market is very accessible. You can also get here from any public transportation, or you can grab an Uber like we did and make the quick 5-minute jaunt from Full City Rooster to come and check out this really, really cool part of Dallas, the Dallas Farmers Market. All right, so chilling here at the Dallas Farmers Market. Got myself a nice horchata and a delicious street taco because one can't live on coffee alone. Can they?
We also have Party Paws Great Dane Rescue here. They're another partner of ours today, doing some great work.
All right, so we got some dog Halloween costume contests going on here in the farmers market in Dallas, but we're not going to stick around for that for very much time because we are heading to the Deep Ellum section of Dallas for the second coffee shop of the day. Very, very hip area of Dallas. In fact, if you ask people, they're probably going to tell you it's the hippest area in Dallas, and it is home to our second coffee location. Let's go check it out. All right, in the super hip area of Deep Ellum here in Dallas, we are going to find our second coffee shop location. So first and foremost, Deep Ellum used to be known as Deep Elm. The way everybody said it back in the day sounded like they were saying Ellum, so it is now known as Deep Ellum. Very hip area, lots of coffee shops in this area, but one in particular we are going to hit up over here. They are a small chain in the Dallas area, but I think it's well worth checking them out because what they do has a lot of attention to detail, and that is Pax and Beneficia. Let's go check them out. right, spot 2 here in Dallas, Texas. This is Pax and Beneficia. So this is a small chain that is here in Dallas as well as Fort Worth. They're known for making their own syrups. And this is a czar latte, which is orange blossom, cardamom, and honey. So a very sweet drink. I don't normally partake in sweet drinks, but once in a great while, when that's what a coffee shop is known for, I give it a try. And in this situation, we're gonna give it a go. All right, so what pops out first in this latte is the orange blossom. Really, really like sucking on an orange. It is extremely vibrant. You can also taste that cardamom in there and the sweetness of the honey, but the orange blossom is really what is grabbing you. Orange and coffee go together really, really well. In fact, some people at home, when they make a latte, they'll actually grade the outside of an orange just onto the top of it, and you would be amazed at what that does to that latte. So this is very similar to that. Tastes really good. I recommend it if you like a sweet coffee. This is definitely one that you should check out. All right, so Pax and Beneficia coffee. What do we think about it? First and foremost, if you like flavored lattes and that's what you're going for, this might be the best place that you can have that here in Dallas. The ambiance here is not amazing. It's a very small place and just some seating outside. You're not going to get what you had from like full City Rooster where we just were. But coffee is good. The espresso, really well done. Awesome people working here. All of that is fantastic. If you like flavored lattes and you like different flavored lattes that you don't normally see, this is your place in Dallas. All right, so we are back in Center City. We just left Deep Ellum and we are heading to our third coffee shop, which is actually up in the Victory Park area of Dallas. So we're gonna make our way up there and hit up the third location. All right, so outside of downtown, about a 20-minute walk or a 5-minute Uber ride, is Magnolia's Sur le Pont, which means under the bridge. So Magnolia's is a local favorite. I was told by numerous people in Dallas that if you want good coffee, you have to go to Magnolia's. It's a little different than I would say your average coffee shop. They do serve food and other things, but the coffee here is supposed to be on point, and I am excited to try it out. Let's go check out Magnolia's. So we are at Magnolia's here in Dallas, Texas, and they are using Avoga coffee roasters, which are out of Fort Worth. So they are not roasting beans on site here, but I will say They do a great job of making a cup of coffee. And oftentimes, it's not even about the roast, it's about how shots are pulled and what the coffee tastes like after somebody makes it. It looks to me like they know exactly what they're doing. This is a beautiful cup of coffee. So what I got today is just your classic cappuccino. I feel like that is the right type of drink to have at a French-inspired place such as Magnolia's, and we are right underneath the bridge here, and it's super cool. As far as ambiance goes, this place really lights it up. I'm not sure we've been to a place that feels this comfortable, and in any of the other I Travel for Coffee episodes, it's just a really, really awesome ambiance. If you're somebody who just likes the ambiance and likes to have a good cup of coffee, Magnolia's is your place. But with all that said, we don't really know what we think until we taste it. So let's do that. Really good, really well balanced. Chocolatey undertone, but not the type of chocolatey that we had in places like, say, Cincinnati. Whenever we went to the market there, that was a very, very chocolatey espresso. This is just a little chocolatey, just on the back end. A lot of times with cappuccinos, whenever they are French-inspired like this, it is very dense. The taste of the coffee is not as bright or floral as a lot of other places. I like that. I enjoy a flat cup of coffee, and this is just that. So really, really good cappuccino. Delicious cappuccino, not acidic at all, perfectly well balanced. It tastes great with the milk. This is a really good cup of coffee. Let's move on to the next one. So roughly a 10 or 15 minute Uber ride from downtown Dallas will bring you up to the Bishop Arts District, which is where we find our fourth and final coffee location here in Dallas. This is Wayward Coffee Company. Let's go check it out. So we are at Wayward Coffee here in Dallas, Texas. Probably one of the coolest vibes as far as a coffee shop has a little thrifty gift place on one side, and then on the other side, full-on coffee shop, as you will see in the footage. Now, I did get an Edison pour over, and Edison is the coffee roaster here that made this. Wayward does not roast their own beans, but they are kind of a co-op that is using many other roasters' beans. So they're all about how it's brewed. This is a pour over. This is a Colombian. It is called Sangria from Edison, and we're gonna give it a taste. Let's see what we think. Absolutely amazing. Really, really fruit forward. Very crisp. What a taste. This is actually reminds me a little bit of when we were in Omaha and we tried Astut's coffee. This is very similar to that. This is really, really good. Fantastic. If you are a person who wants to try a really, really good cup of coffee, Wayward has you covered. They've got so many different types. Espresso drinks, shots of espresso, pour overs, you name it, they have them all. Wayward, awesome, awesome coffee. Overall, we give Wayward the win for today as the best coffee shop. Absolutely amazing coffee. Wayward Coffee, best coffee in Dallas. All right, so that concludes today's episode here in Dallas, Texas. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you do, please like, subscribe, follow along down below. I would love to continue doing this. As always, coffee connects us. It brings us together. So sit down with somebody, have a cup of coffee, and just talk for a while. This is I Travel for Coffee. See you, everybody.